I had a Megan Racing shifter that I had in the car when I bought it.
Yeah.
And what happened is there's a bushing, so pretty much you have the shift linkage come down and then the shifter connects to it and there's a bushing there. And the bushings wore down. And instead of having to replace them every few kilometers or every few years or whatever, I've decided to just buy a Z1 Motorsport shifter, which is supposed to be really good for the 300. And it has the added benefit of a needle design, whatever you want to call it. So essentially you don't need a bushing anymore. So it's, as you can see, like...
Oh, crazy.
So you don't need the bushings anymore.
Yeah.
You don't have to replace them. It's the same length as the OEM shifter,
yeah.
Just a shorter throw.
So you're basically doing two awesome things at once. You're fixing a problem that you had before, but at the same time you're upgrading.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Megan Racing. It's just this one's supposed to be better for the Z.
Yeah, teamwork, people.
Yeah, that's how we do.
You know what you should do? You should make it like the, you know the Spiker C8?
No, I haven't seen the interior. Just leave it open.
Oh, dude, that car has the best shifter. All the shifter linkage is exposed. It's just these massive metal rods coming through the middle.
I feel like that'd be okay, but it would get really dirty, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, got it. Yo. That's
Success.
Slimy. Okay, so now comes the hard part. Wait, I'm gonna need Marcus's help.
All right, what's going on?
I need someone with really small hands. As you can see here, right? You got this bit here. Now, obviously, that you've got a bolt going through there with with a nut on the one side.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to need you to do is get your little hand under there and just undo that bolt underneath you. So I don't know how to explain it, but essentially, you got the linkage coming down. There's going to be a bolt running through it.
And then I just have to undo it, yeah.
Letting it fall down.
Am I supposed to fit a wrench in there or a socket?
Yeah.
Okay. So all the mods that you've promised the people on the Roads Untraveled podcast are slowly starting to come through.
Yes. Starting with the transmission. Yeah. This is like pulling so hard with my finger right now. Here we get hired to fix Ulrich's car for him. / upgrade.
I think what he needs to do with this car though, he needs to strip it out. What do you think, Adam? Like I'm talking just like full race car, not necessarily get rid of like the sound deadening and stuff.
No.
But just keep the like essentials.
Yeah, I agree.
Undo these two bolts, catching them.
Fuck's sakes, Marcus.
Socket doesn't fit on.
I have a bitch or you. Look at this.
What the fuck?
Okay.
I swear it didn't fit.
Even cars, bro. Okay, so here's the interesting part that I am really confused about. And I've like tried this before.
Right there.
I don't know how to get
Yeah, hold on.
this thing out. I'm thinking we have to take this apart and just take it through the bottom, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have to take this piece out.
I'm trying to see if we can literally take the shifter apart because I don't know if you can. Here, I'll try and show you guys. But pretty much there's like this hole here that we're trying to get the shifter out of, and the problem is we can't because there's this ball thing on the bottom of it that's just too big. So I don't even know how they got it in the first place, if I'm quite honest. Okay. It appears that it's just screwed out and screwed back in.
All right, so what we did is basically put that screwdriver down there in the bottom of the short shifter and then just use that to stop it from moving as we untorque the actual short shifter. And then you pop that off, so boom, we didn't have to saw it.
I'm so happy I didn't go like all meathead and just... This is a lot.
Patience, people.
Well, not so much patience, just common sense, really. As opposed to just going, fuck, I'm gonna cut it off. I think it'd be easier to put it in this way through. Or that way through.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Here are the instructions. Feel free to read and beat us to it.
Should get it. Come on,
Slowly making progress.
The keyword here is slow. So what we had to end up doing, because there's sort of two little washers that have to go in there.
Yeah.
Between the shift linkage and the bottom of the shifter. And so what we ended up doing is just take the shift linkage, like the bracket, and we just sort of bent it a little bit just to give us more space, because I think this is a bit wider than what was in there before.
Yeah.
So we just had to bend it out a bit, and now we're just gonna clamp it on really tight to just pull it back in.
Yeah.
It's not really something that's that structural that I think bending it like.
It would
like
maybe a
millimeters.
millimeters. Yeah, a millimeter or two. Yeah.
Just wide enough to get those like tiny little washers.
Washers in, yeah. But yeah, because without having a jack and actually like dropping the drive shaft out, it's pretty tough.
Yeah, I mean there would be easier way. That's the thing, right? Most cars you just drop it in and take it out.
Yeah.
But
just waiting for bolts. It's pretty simple install, just a few
hiccups.
Annoyances, hiccups along the way. But yeah, once you get it all bolted up to the shift linkage, it's pretty straightforward just to put everything back together.
Oh.
Feel good?
Yeah, man.
Pretty much last up, once you have it installed, is to
Tighten this up.
attach all the nuts that actually hold the shifter in place with the shifter linkage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is gonna be a shorter throw and fixes the bearing issue
That I had. So
looks clean.
this is very much worth the effort. I'm quite excited. I think we should just close it up and okay, so this is Z1 Motorsports shifter. I bought it from Concept Z Performance online, which is a great store if you're into any sort of Nissan aftermarket parts. And this is a $200 200 Canadian for this kit or for the shifter. I can't yet say if it's worth it. Just feeling it in the car like this though, it feels great. It feels really crisp. Like that's a really short shift there. Really crisp. It's not as clunky as the Megan Racing one was. That was a really notchy shifter. This one feels really good. And if you don't smoke, ashtrays still make amazing screw holders.
Oh yeah, that's all I use mine for. When putting back together the interior, don't lose bolts inside the car.
Okay, so this is what's left of the Megan Racing shifter, and well, I'm going to show you as what you're supposed to do with old shifters that you don't want.
Well, we're taking advantage of the frigid weather and took the T-tops off. Dude, I feel so free.
Yeah. It's probably a bit cold for this, but
Oh, it's freezing. Very cold.